welcome back to my channel. My name is David and this is my closet. On this channel we like to talk about handbags, accessories, small leather goods, all of those fun things from the male point of view and on a budget. Today's video is very exciting but also very naughty. I just got back from vacation a couple weeks ago, got my Amex bill after buying. It's crying and my bank account's going to be crying for the next couple of weeks. But I did do something bad. And before we get into it, going to showcase my bag of the week, my Gucci Ophidia top handle. Absolutely love this bag. Actually, my coach receipt. But it just holds so much that I can't see straight. So, I don't traditionally buy Coach outlet handbags. I have a few and I have had a few over the years. But I honestly can't remember the last one I bought. I'm looking around my bag room and I kind of have all my Coach in the same area. The only outlet bag I actually own, and I don't want to make a liar, so I'm looking around, is the 2 buckets, which are novelty bags, so I don't really count that. And then I do have my Rainbow Pride Rowan, which again, to me, is more of a novelty special edition. So I actually don't really have, and I probably will find one later and be like, I lied, but I don't really have a lot of outlet bags. And it's not necessarily that I'm anti-outlet at all. When it comes to all designers, Prada, Gucci, Dior, you know, I'm trying to think if I don't know Dior. I think they do have an outlet. Christian Louboutin, Coach, Kate Spade, all of those things, Tory Burch. I'm not against the outlet at all, but it has to make sense to me. So a bag from the outlet, if I like the design, the style, and I think the materials and the build quality match the price, then I will buy it. I'm less likely to buy outlet bags from any house though, because I struggle to use them if I have equivalent bags. I've said this before, I try not to buy, I'm trying to get better at not buying contemporary brands that are just a lot more affordable. I don't want to say cheap because they're not, they're still expensive, but they're a lot more affordable, you know, $200 to $400 versus, you know, $1,500 to $3,000. It's easy to buy 3 or 4 of them and then never use them. So I'm very deliberate now about what I buy. And the bag I bought is actually very, very similar to a bag from a luxury house that I want. And it's a material that I've wanted to experiment with. So I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to show it to you real fast and then we'll kind of get into it. So here it is. And I kind of bought into the hype. So this is the Hadley Convertible Crossbody bag in this like natural tan suede color. And then of course it does come with a Coach hang tag, a leather base. It has the gold hardware and the gold turn lock. Little leather strip here. And then inside it has a strap that's kind of built into the bag, so it's not detachable, but it is adjustable over here. And then the reverse side, of course, is the leather. So it's suede on the outside, leather on the inside. It has gold accents and it has, I believe, 3 adjustments on this strap. And it's kind of that shiny gold, which to me is a big difference between a lot of outlet bags and retail bags. The retail bags you traditionally, I feel like, see the more antiqued brass. And then it also has an extender to make it a crossbody, so it would kind of go on, you know, like this, and then you would be able to extend it up and wear it as a crossbody. This is kind of a good way to look at it though. So you have the suede, the glazing, and then on the back you have just that leather. And then this has a lot of adjustments, so there's a lot of variety in the way that you want to wear this bag as far as length goes. And even without the extender on it, there's only 3 adjustments on the shorter strap, but I still feel like it's very versatile and I do really like that. I probably will never use this, but I do like having it. And it smells like leather. And this is actually pretty thick. I think there's some sort of padding in between. It's by no means puffy or quilted, but there is some sort of material to kind of bulk this up a little bit. I feel like this strap isn't as bulked. I feel like this is a lot more just loose and soft. And then of course the bag itself is very, very thin material. You can see there, it's not very thick. And then on the inside, it's kind of hard to show you with this strap. Okay. So on the inside here, on the inside of the front, you have the back side of the turn lock, and then down in there at the bottom, you have the same exact Coach logo. I don't know why they do this on outlet bags. I've actually noticed this a lot, where they put the label on both sides, and the bags aren't reversible, so it doesn't quite make sense to me. And then the back wall, there is a zipper pocket against the back wall, and then the Coach Creed. And then the inside is all leather. And it's actually, yeah, it's all leather, and even the edges of the leather are glazed, so that's some detail there. And then inside the zip pocket is just like a textile fabric, and then behind the pocket is a slip pocket that's also just fabric on one side, the leather on the other. I really like that feature as well. A lot of organization in a bag like this is definitely nice. I'm going to throw a picture of the YSL bag that this kind of reminds me of over here. And then we're going to kind of go into why I bought it. So I saw this online. It's kind of going viral on TikTok right now. And I really like the silhouette. Again, the YSL bag's kind of been on my radar for a minute. And I've wanted a bag in suede, but there's a few issues. Suede bags are kind of hard to take care of. And I don't want to spend luxury money on a suede bag. I saw a TikTok of a girl who bought the bag from YSL that I'm referencing, and she was doing a video like, look at the bag I bought a couple days ago, and there was a giant stain on it. So something had gotten on her bag between when she bought it and a couple days after. And I mean, it was ruined. There was no way to get it out. She scrubbed on it and kind of discolored it a little bit. I'm sure with wear and age, it will blend a lot better where she had to clean it. But that's a lot of money for something that can get messed up that easily. So definitely not something I want. So I'm definitely excited to experiment with suede on this. That bag that's kind of a cross between the Empire carryall and the Margot that I got at TJ Maxx a while back, the really big like doctor bag. I really wanted that in the suede so I could experiment with suede, but I can't find it. But I was able to find this. So as of right now, when I'm filming this, you can buy these online. They do not appear to be scarce, but they must be, because I went into the store to compare. First off, I wanted to see it in person to see if it felt, and I hate to say this, but I wanted to see if it felt cheap, because a lot of outlet bags that I find online that I think are pretty, when I go to see them in person, the price just doesn't quite match the way it feels. And of course, as we know, Coach and Coach Outlet and all the tapestry brands are raising their prices, like a lot of people. And the bags just are not as inexpensive as they used to be. Now, I will say the material of this is not very thick. This is a very, very thin leather, and I do not necessarily love it. I wish it was a little less expensive, but ultimately I still wanted it because I think the bag is absolutely beautiful. Now, the full leather version, they have it in stone, and then I think like a dark brown. Those to me did not feel high quality, and I really like the dark stone color, but again, feeling it, I just wasn't in love. And I'll be honest, the only reason I went ahead and decided to pick this up is because with the texture of the suede, it kind of distracts to me from the feeling of the leather. So I think ultimately this is a good compromise, but I do not love the all leather version. I also wanted to see the color options. I was torn between the true navy with silver hardware and this cognac color. Online, it looks a lot more vivid, kind of like my Christian Louboutin tote, which I don't have accessible. I was thinking it was going to be more like of this color, and it's not. And even the like leather, because you think, okay, well, you know, the suede may be a little bit lighter, but even the leather is not quite the same color. So seeing this in person, I was kind of like, but it was the last one they had in the suede. Well, in this color, I guess I should say. They had it in the dark espresso, but they didn't have it in the navy. I asked the employee, do you have one? Of course, they said no. And then I kind of decided, well, do I want this or the navy? And I do have a lot of blue bags. I do not have a lot of bags in this color, this more lighter brown, that are not monogram Louis Vuitton. So I did go ahead and decide to get this one. Now, I also asked them if they had any in the back or anything, because as you can see, there is a little mark there. Now I will say it's a lot more noticeable on camera than it is in person, but it's there. They didn't have another one. They said I could order one, but the warehouse was out of them, so they were going to come from a store, and you don't know what you get. And anytime I've ordered Coach or Coach Outlet online and it's shipped and fulfilled by a local boutique, or a boutique, not local, there's always something wrong with the bags because they don't take the care, and most of the time they're not factory packaged. They're pulled from a shelf or a display case and wrapped and sent. So to me, it's not worth the risk. So I was like, well, I'll go ahead and take it, you know, it's fine. And I thought, worst case scenario, if I go to another Coach Outlet at some point and I find a better one, then I can either sell, or if it's within the return window, return. And the guy's like, well, I can give you 10% off final sale if that's okay. And I did decide to go ahead and do that. So I got this with tax for about $215. Before it was like $197 is what I got it for. Right now in the boutiques, they're going for $219. I've seen them on TikTok at other places for like $189, $199. Not here, but I paid just under $200 before tax. So I was okay with that. I like that it's adjustable and it fits under my arm at the longest length. I can shorten it up and make it more of a top handle, and then I do have that crossbody versatility. So I do want to do a quick what fits, so I went ahead real quickly and swapped some of my SLGs to match. So we'll go ahead here and just do a quick switch over. So I did use this wallet. I have just this little SLG pouch. I have just a little Vuitton pouch, business card holder, hand sanitizer, just a few other little random SLGs. So here is kind of what it looks like with all of my stuff in it. I will say it's definitely not a like super big capacity bag, but I do think that it'll work with a slightly slimmed down carry. Here it is with all the stuff, a little bit of slouch. Super excited about it, guys. I will do a video after I've used it for a bit to let you know. But I do think it's super cute. I like that, you know, you just kind of have that action there. Here it is on the shoulder. So for an outlet bag, I'm really excited about it. But what do you guys think of this? Because I'm excited. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.